Hello everyone, welcome to another Top 5 Records video. Today I'm going to be taking a look at one of my all-time favorite jazz albums. It is John Coltrane's A Love Supreme. Now, not so long ago, we saw a spectacular release by Analog Productions in their UHQR series on silent vinyl on 45 RPM, mastered by Ryan K. Smith at Sterling Sound, a big UHQR box from 2022. Now, it was not long after Analog Productions already did a interesting, also mastered by Ryan K. Smith version on a standalone disc in their Acoustic Sound series, which was not that expensive as well. Actually, these are both are actually sound-wise big guns, but how do they compare to this one? An original by Rudy Van Gelder mastered? Well, I'm gonna tell you all about it in this video. And let me tell you a bit of the journey of A Love Supreme. I started off with this, I believe it was even illegal, an illegal copy or something, a wax time of that kind of genre of A Love Supreme, because I really wanted to listen to that album and I just couldn't find it anywhere. Talking about 3 years ago or something like that. Now, no more, 4 or 5 years ago, because the moment this one came out on the Acoustic Sound series label, priced for about $30, I was just stunned. I was really taken aback by hearing this for the first time on a good analog based copy. This is actually already an audiophile treat. It has a gorgeous, full and bright sound. The distinct differences between the instruments is mesmerizing. The bass is a tad low, volume and body wise, but the high of the drums and the high of the saxophone is astonishing. The cymbals here sound just incredible. They have so much punch, and the same can be said for the sound of the saxophone. Coltrane sounds stunning, and there is a gorgeous, full-bodied punch going on. There is so much detail here. Ever since, um, ever since this one came out, I actually stopped searching for any other copy because I thought an original is just too expensive. Um, I wasn't necessarily looking forward to a UHQR because I already fell in love with a copy. Also, this one, the dynamics is brilliant. I set the volume to, of course, one solid state all through the comparisons, and this one had the dynamics between 74 decibels and 84 decibels on the volume I set. Um, you would not believe the amount of detail and how full and close it sounds uh, for those levels. I would guess it would have been 10 decibels louder. I couldn't believe my decibel meter when I was listening to it. So good, so full, and it has great guts. Nevertheless, a friend of mine bought this big box, the UHQR, which is, as always, a gorgeous packaging with a beautiful replica of the sleeve, but the Acoustic Sounds also is a gorgeous replica of the sleeve, but I'll show it to you. It even cracks when you open it. There's a tiny booklet in here. I believe there's even, about acoustic sounds, about the technical information. There's a booklet with pictures on the record. Beautiful box, and the most important thing, obviously, is the silent 45 RPM vinyl. Now, as I said, a friend of mine bought it. I thought it's not necessarily an upgrade I was looking forward to because the Acoustic Sounds was brilliant. Also, this one was, just as the other one, mastered by Ryan K. Smith. I was afraid this would just be a more expensive version of an already great sounding Acoustic Sound series pressing. The thing is, This one, UHQR, it just does the unthinkable. It seems to be mastered even louder the moment the needle hits the grooves. But the answer is no, because its peak does not surpass the same 84 decibels where the Acoustic Sound series ends up on the volume YZ. So it's equal to that, but it even sounds louder. It sounds louder, it sounds fuller. I was thinking of adjusting it because I thought the saxophone just sounds fuller because it's louder. Well, it's not. I noticed even more details on the drums. The bass guitar here, how do you say, the contrabass or the acoustic bass? I'm not sure what the right English word is here. But the bass, it is fuller, sounds louder. This one is the bass definitely sounds less bright than on the Acoustic Sound series. It still has this incredible detail on the drum. In its entirety, this one sounds less bright. It has a beautiful full mid with all of the benefits of the Acoustic Sound series. Representation of the piano here is better, even better than on the Acoustic Sound series one. It's full, it's warm, it sounds natural. This is in everything just stunning. The stereo image is just really impressive. The amount of detail is overwhelming. This is the next level. So, after this one, I wasn't searching for an original because I thought I would never find one under 200 euros. But this weekend, I got very, very lucky. I found an original American one, mastered by Rudy van Gelder. It has Van Gelder in the stampers. And this is the stereo original. A friend of mine has a mono original. He paid, I believe, $700 for that. But that is in near mint condition. Mine is definitely not in near mint condition, and it's not mono, it's stereo. But since I'm comparing the stereo reissues, I thought that would be the best fit as well. So the original stereo, but I found it here in Amsterdam at Waterloo Square for $20. Best deal of my life. Seriously, best deal of my life, because just holding the thick cardboard of this original, although it's far from near mint, it is still in a gorgeous condition, and the quality of this pressing is just so mesmerizing that even some scratches, because it's so loud, this is of such a good quality vinyl, I did not mind some of the scratches. The quality of this it's truly something that lasts a lifetime, pressing quality wise. Mastering wise, this is a bit different from what Ryan K. Smith did, but it's a very interesting one. This one is mastered a little bit louder than the other two. Where I was not messing with the volume, the others peaked at 84 decibels. This one peaked at 86 decibels. It's even louder, which honestly, when you look at how a copy ages and you have scratches, I really prefer that, because then the louder the volume, the less of the scratches you hear, which in this case is gorgeous. The music goes straight to your heart, and this sounds different. The sound of the piano here is much, much better, more natural. It has a great body, it has great detail. The entirety of the texture on this pressing feels really different. It sounds more direct, it sounds less bright, it has a gorgeous, gorgeous kick on the drums. The saxophone is a very powerful eruption that sounds full, punchy, but less detailed, slightly less detailed than the analog production ones. There is, however, definitely a raw, powerful energy here coming from this record that is unique to this one compared to the analog productions, both analog productions pressings. And I think this is where a difference in taste, and even more a difference in taste, a difference in vision for the album comes up. This one sounds a bit raw, though still full and a gorgeous, gorgeous, incredibly recorded and mastered album. It's just stunning. But this one has more of a raw, in certain ways less refined and less defined, slightly, attitude to it. But the mastering focuses very much on getting a different kind of energy across. This sounds much more like a daring jazz album, almost with a punk attitude. I could see a young audience going into a bar, a downtown bar, the experimenting with drugs and drinks. This is daring. It sounds a lot more daring. It sounds fresher. It sounds more direct. It doesn't have the impactful stereo image that the UHQR has, though, especially from my experience with jazz albums, this is still an incredible stereo image. But this one, the UHQRs, the Ryan K. Smiths ones, they sound easier to the ear. They do not force the listener to even try and dance along, which this one is trying to get you to get into the song, get into the music, perhaps even dance. This one sounds easier, more detailed, wider stereo image, um, and though gorgeously punchy, it's not the wild record that this really is. So in this case, it's really a matter of pick your poison. Do you feel the youthful, young jazz energy of the original, or would you like to sit back with a glass of whiskey, relax while a beautifully detailed pressing gets into your ears? Thing is, for me, I cannot make a decision here. There are moments that I want to listen to this one, and there are moments that I want to listen to this one, because both go to the outer extremes of how they can sound like, depending on their own individual vision. So I'm curious, what do you think? Do you agree? Do you disagree? Leave a comment below, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.